The Toyota Yaris is a reliable car, but like any vehicle, it can occasionally run into issues. In this video, we'll cover the most common reasons why your Yaris might not start and, more importantly, how to fix them fast. Whether it's a simple jump start or something more complex, we've got you covered. Let's dive in. Dead or weak battery. The number one culprit for a car that won't start is usually the battery. If it's dead or weak, your Yaris simply won't crank. Here's what to look for. When you turn the key, there's no sound or just a faint clicking noise, dim dashboard lights, or the engine cranks slowly. If you notice any of these symptoms, try jump-starting your car. Jump-starting can often get you back on the road. But here's the thing. If your battery is over 3 years old or keeps dying, it's probably time for a replacement. Faulty alternator. The alternator is what keeps your battery charged while you're driving. If it's not working properly, your battery won't stay powered, even if it's brand new. Common signs of a failing alternator include flickering headlights, a battery warning light on the dashboard, or trouble starting after short trips. If you're experiencing these issues, it's a good idea to get your alternator checked by a mechanic. Replacing a faulty alternator will solve the problem. Starter motor issues. Next up, the starter motor. A faulty starter means your engine won't crank at all. Instead, you might hear a grinding or clicking noise when you turn the key. If this happens, it's likely that your starter motor needs to be replaced. The good news is, this is a straightforward fix for your mechanic. Ignition switch problems. Another common issue is a worn-out ignition switch. If your car doesn't respond when you turn the key, or if the dashboard lights flicker, it's a likely suspect. The ignition switch is a part that wears out over time. When it does, it's best to leave it to a professional to replace it. Fuel delivery issues. If your engine isn't getting enough fuel, it won't start. This could be due to a clogged fuel filter or a failing fuel pump. You might also notice sputtering or stalling while driving. If you suspect a fuel delivery issue, have your fuel system inspected by a mechanic. Faulty spark plugs. Spark plugs ignite the fuel air mixture in your engine. If they're worn out, you could experience misfires, rough starts, or poor fuel efficiency. The good news? Replacing spark plugs is simple, inexpensive, and a great way to keep your Yaris running smoothly. Immobilizer or key issues. If your car doesn't recognize your key fob, or if you see a flashing security light on the dashboard, the problem might be with your immobilizer system. Try using a spare key. If that doesn't work, head to your dealer to have the system reprogrammed. Electrical problems. Electrical issues, like blown fuses, bad relays, or faulty wiring, can also prevent your Yaris from starting. Inspect your fuses and wiring for visible issues. If you're not sure, it's best to call a professional to diagnose and fix the problem. Engine or transmission issues. Finally, major engine or transmission problems can stop your car from starting. Overheating or a seized engine are serious issues that require immediate attention. For automatic models, always double-check that the gear selector is in park or neutral. If these basic checks don't work, call a mechanic right away. Quick troubleshooting steps. Alright, here's a quick checklist to troubleshoot why your Yaris isn't starting. Check the battery and try jump-starting it. Inspect the alternator and starter motor. Make sure there's enough fuel, and check the spark plugs. Test your key fob and immobilizer system. Inspect the fuses and wiring. When to call a mechanic. Host, on screen with a phone. If none of these steps solve the issue, it's time to call a professional. Mechanics have the tools and expertise to diagnose complex problems like electrical failures, fuel system issues, or engine damage. Remember, regular maintenance is the best way to avoid problems with your Toyota Yaris. If you enjoyed this video and are interested in purchasing cars, just go to this website and clinch it now before they get sold out.